As the 21st century began, Britain entered an era defined by technology, globalization, and the evolving role of faith. The nation, once the center of a vast empire, now found its influence measured not by colonies, but by ideas, culture, and innovation. The early 2000s saw rapid technological change. The internet, mobile phones, and social media transformed communication, commerce, and culture. Cities like London became hubs for finance, media, and creative industries, attracting talent from across the globe. Leaders understood that Britain's power was no longer imperial, but intellectual and cultural. Politically, the nation faced challenges at home and abroad. Prime ministers like Tony Blair guided Britain through wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, balancing global responsibilities with domestic concerns. At the same time, the country wrestled with immigration, multicultural integration, and the question of identity in an increasingly connected world. Faith in Britain continued to evolve. Church attendance declined, yet spirituality did not disappear. New expressions of belief emerged. Interfaith dialogue, community service, and personal spiritual journeys became more common than traditional religious rituals. Britain became home to Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, Jews, and many who identified as secular or spiritual, but not religious. Cultural life flourished. British music, film, and literature, from Harry Potter to British cinema exports, captivated global audiences. Television and digital media allowed stories from Britain to influence the world, showing a nation proud of its creativity and open to new ideas. Social movements reshaped society. Campaigns for gender equality, LGBTQ+ rights, racial equality, and climate awareness reflected Britain's commitment to justice and moral progress. These movements often drew inspiration from ethical and religious values. Even as faith itself became more personal and less institutional, by 2020, Britain had become a global, multicultural, and digitally connected society, balancing tradition with modernity, faith with reason, and individuality with collective responsibility. The nation had learned to embrace change while honoring its moral and cultural heritage. The new millennium showed that the soul of Britain was no longer tied to empire or church alone, but to its people, diverse, creative, and striving for a shared sense of meaning and purpose in a rapidly changing world.